I wanted to make this quick video because the Leobog Hi75 is on sale right now for just $83 with my coupon code linked down below. At this price, with its impressive build quality and attention to detail, it raises a big question. Is this the best mechanical keyboard under $100? If you're considering picking one up, right now might be the best time while it's still on sale. What's up guys, it's Mitchell, and if you're looking for a budget-friendly mechanical keyboard, you came to the right place. I personally feel that $100 is the sweet spot, and anything beyond that is often unnecessary unless you have very specific needs. But keep in mind that keyboards in general are a personal choice, and it's all about what works best for you. I wanted to tell you why this Leobog Hi75 might be the best keyboard under $100 while it's still on sale. First, this keyboard's features and build quality. This keyboard is built exceptionally well, making it stand out in the sub $100 price range. It's got a compact 75% layout, a hot swappable PCB for easily changing switches to your preference, and we're definitely gonna touch on the switches that this thing comes with in a moment. South-facing LED lighting, which might be your cup of tea, a gasket-mounted PCB with pour-on dampening foam, textured aluminum housing that's got a really nice anodized soft touch finish for it, a slotted PCB for enhanced flexibility and dampening when you're typing, and talking about foams, it's got 5 layers of foam, including pour-on foam, a polypropylene top plate, and a PET bottom layer. Now, this keyboard sounds amazing straight out of the box, which is largely thanks to its premium construction. The sound profile is different. It's a little bit poppy for my liking, which could be attributed to the case material and the switch choice. But whether you love that or not totally depends on your personal preference, and we will be having a sound test for this towards the end of the video. Another thing to note is typing feel. Now this is really subjective, but the gasket mounting and the layers of dampening foam make for a very soft yet satisfying key press. It doesn't feel too stiff, and the softness of it doesn't feel mushy. It strikes a nice balance, although it might not be the perfect balance for me. But if you're someone that enjoys a slightly cushioned feel without necessarily sacrificing responsiveness, you might love this keyboard straight out of the box. Now I gotta touch on the switches because switches are kind of the heart of the keyboard. Now my Leobog Hi75 came equipped with Leobog Greywood switches. These are linear switches, and as someone that's a proud member of the tactile gang, I had really high hopes for these switches, and they kind of didn't disappoint. They're factory lubed for smoothness, so they have a really nice creamy feel. There is only 30 grams of initial force, and it actuates at 40 grams, and there's an almost undistinguishable actuation curve. Unfortunately, for my personal typing style, I absolutely hated using these switches, and they almost felt unusable due to the excessive ghost key presses I would get and the complete lack of actual tactile feedback when a key was being pressed. Typing on this keyboard for this review has been frustrating to say the least, as someone that really likes a crisp, satisfying key press. Now that said, if you're someone that prefers an extremely light switch with minimal tactility, you might actually enjoy them a lot. But for me, these switches didn't really work as a typist. Gaming could be something totally different, but I don't really game that much. Now my final thoughts. For my typing style, I really struggled with this keyboard. Unlike the Ola F75, it doesn't feel overly dampened, and the cut PCB doesn't lead to like a mushy feel. However, I simply couldn't get used to the Greywood switches that Leobog was using. I found that my dislike for how this keyboard was out of the box to be totally different than the Ola S75, so much so that I've already ordered a set of Holy Panda switches to swap them out with. And if you wanna see that switch mod, go ahead, subscribe to this channel, because I'm gonna try some of the best reviewed switches in this keyboard, which I think is one of the best under $100. But at the end of the day, I think that the Leobog Hi75 is a solid keyboard for under $100, especially if you're someone that likes linear switches. If you're someone that likes tactile switches, this might not be the exact setup you want. And it's also worth noting that this keyboard only comes with linear switches. So tactile game, I'm sorry. But for an extra 20 bucks, you could change those switches out. And well, I don't know. But let me know what you think of how this keyboard sounds right now.